Hello. Welcome back to another live trading session. Welcome back to another live session, traders, for the NY session. We see there is a pretty volatile market and quite a few moves that we have seen. The 4-hour candle closed with, if you look at that, a bearish engulfer, and the market has moved again back above. We may see the market now pushing here for another wave of bounce here. From the daily chart as well, the price is in a trend. So here is we can look for hedging or adding position here. We'll be looking at to see what kind of move we can find in this session here on XAUUSD. Welcome. Let me know, guys, if you're here. Make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Welcome, and I'm waiting for all the members to come up. Guys, if you're here, say yes or write Y. Thank you. Welcome. Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining here. We are looking at for an entry of this. We have a running trade and we can see the market from this support with the candle close here. The price has moved significantly along this area. So here is what you can see, that lower time frame price action. If you overall look at the market, there was a break below that you have seen, and off that break below the market has reacted. 350 incoming. Okay, let's see that where the market is currently heading back. Welcome. We are seeing some move in the market. If you look at the overall picture, this is the 4-hour price action and the candle close, and the market has, again, we can see that reacted back to the upside again of this level. And here as a falling market, we can see the some short-term move here back to the upside. We'll be doing a full technical analysis, clear uptrend. Okay. Anyone has any different opinion, you can share your opinion. That do you see an uptrend or in a downtrend? So I want to trade. I'm open to change direction if needed. What do you think? What's your bias on that? Anyone has anything different to say? Then I'm on a trade. We can hedge it. Okay, clear uptrend. All right. Anything else? We are running a trade here, but if needed, we can change the for short term. If you look at the daily now, I'm looking at daily here, from the technical, possibly going to 4350 before sells. 4350 can be before sell off. All right, so that means going to the daily resistance line. Okay, so I told you from London session, I am looking for gold go up to 4-hour 20 EMA before their further drop. Remember me. Okay, so no, I see that you guys are and girls are getting very good at it. That's a very good point. I think we can only say it is a bullish if it closes above 4400. Now, overall not bullish, but maybe we see the short-term move. Top-down analysis isn't that accurate. You can have long wick on big time frame. It proved it yesterday after I said it. The market went up. Okay, then no, top-down analysis is essential because the market moves according to the top-down approach. If you look at what do you mean by top-down, let's try to understand, guys. You see that on a 1 monthly candle there are 30 daily candle. Okay, and if you look at 1 weekly candle has 5 daily candle. Inside 1 daily candle you have 6 4-hour candle, right? So when you relate your lower time frame with the higher time frame, that is top down. Okay, that is top down. It applies and it works, and that's how everything is, right? Okay, what is top down? Have you seen the water? Okay, on the river there are bubbles at the top. Okay, that is the top. But if you closely look at, you see that actually bubbles coming from here. From the deep level, and there is a relationship to it, right? If you look at a tree, the same way. Okay, a tree like this, but you see another tree at the bottom here as well. So without this cannot exist. Okay, so that's what it is. That when you look at the same way in the market, the top-down approach means that you look at the higher time frame and then let the market reflect to that on the lower time frame. Okay, the longer you are out, the less impactful it is for that day. There are plenty of trend within a trend. Even on daily candle, you can go to the 1 hour, 4 hour, 5 minutes and see ton of different trends. Yes, absolutely. So in a top-down analysis, okay, if you look at the top-down approach, we don't need to look at every time frame, right? So if you look at, let's say, if you are doing a top-down analysis, this is very important to look at. We will be only selecting 2 time frames. Okay, one is okay the higher time frame trend, and then the other one is a lower time frame trend, right? So if you look at that daily, okay, 15 minutes for example, or daily even 1 minute, there's always a very highly enriched urine. I was listening a lot and then start to see not highly enriched uranium. I think it's being negotiated now. We'll be looking at that, where the current negotiation going on, which is also important for us to look at in trading, right? So if you look at that, so overall, because the sentiment is absolutely important to look at that overall the market movement here. All right, so here, if you look at that area, I'm looking at here in this market. Did you close the short? No, I didn't close the short. If I close, definitely I'm going to update the group. Okay, before I take my trading update, I first let the group know, because I know that thousands of members in the group, and there are many of them active now in trading, and definitely I'm going to update you guys for those who are following along the trade, because it's all together as open. So let's look at here. Okay, now we are discussing about the top down analysis. Okay, now the missing piece here is that most traders only look at the one time frame. All right, but the secret is understanding how the higher time frame and also lower time frame must have that relationship. Otherwise, it's impossible to happen something. Okay, that means it's impossible to find a very better relationship in terms of your entry, exit, and take profit target. So let me explain to you exactly what it is. So you see that this is the daily market, right? Where the previous daily high is here. Okay. Now, the best approach that I found in terms of the multiple time frame or the top down analysis is that higher time frame is used for supply and demand key level. All right. And that trend, and the lower time frame let the trend to become, okay, align with them, and that's the secret key. All right, I'm on a trade on sell trade. I'm still running it. For those who are running it, I bring that up here. It's a bit of wider stop loss, but I'm expecting it to revert here. No, it's not a trade entry, guys. I'm just placing the previous trade that I have opened is still not exactly here. I'm first letting you know so that you're not jumping on a trade without knowing it. 4336.75. Stop here at 4354.23. And profit target here 4315.13. So this is a one profit target set on this, and I put only one profit target on this is because if you look at that overall market here, this is currently, it's in a overall, this market is in the bigger picture trend is bearish. If you look at the daily here, there you can see the market is bearish. Now, I know that some of you have mentioned that the market might be going to the 4-hour 20 EMA, which can happen. The market still can go to the 4-hour 20 EMA, but it's, if the market goes to the 4-hour 20 EMA, then the market might even go to 4372 level. However, this is the extended consolidation here in the daily. There you can see. Okay, so with this extended consolidation, will be surprising if the market doesn't drop here before it goes there. And so now for the trade that I will be running here, if you look at that, I'm running here, and I'm looking to see if the market getting the reaction back below here to the support area before it goes up here. If you look at the 4 hour here, still we have 1 hour 40 minutes for this candle to close, which is a very strong trend here that you can see in this market. All right, so here's a head and shoulder, primarily has formed, and that's the primarily the technical level, technical analysis here that we are looking at in this market. Now, besides the technical, I really pay attention to the fundamental as well as on the sentiment that we can see in the market. Guys, this is the secret, okay? We need to look at the all aspect of the market. Why you need to look at the all aspect is because of the perspective for the market, right? The market is, it's like the universe, right? It has an all component to it. And considering all of them will give you the complete understanding of the whole, which is very important to look at. Okay, so here's the aspect. So okay, so here I would be now assessing a sentiment analysis. So we have done the technical analysis. From the technical analysis, we have found the trend, the overall is down, and we have found the supply and demand zone also that we have opened the trade here. From the technical, I am bearish. Let me know, guys, what's your bias from the technical analysis. Okay, now going to that here on the sentiment analysis. So here I'm doing a sentiment analysis. If you don't know how to do the sentiment analysis, probably you can keep this recording and then check every time how to do the sentiment analysis, sentiment analysis, okay? Which is why it is important. I will be discussing later. Thank you. Defying Trump with brief Iran fight, Israel 6-way over peace talks. Okay, so this is an opinion. Let's look at, and I will be explaining to you how I do the sentiment analysis. Trump says Iran deal could be reached in 2 or 3 days, and the Strait of Hormuz will, I think that's opening, will reopen immediately. Okay, so there is some optimistic. This is around 1.5 hours, so which is the recent update. Okay, with this one here. So if you look at that, Trump could have an idea on Iran by 1 or 2 days. So there are 2 times that I think this same thing has come. So that means 1 to 2 days there might be a deal reached, right? So a deal is coming up potentially. Okay, gold steadies, silver sleeps, hawkish Fed bets upset. Okay, US dollar. Okay, I think that's US dollar is still stronger. So let's say that. Where is it? US China summit. So okay. So JP Morgan chases accuser reject claim he made it up all. Okay, I didn't go dive deep into it. So let's look at the next one. BOJ set to raise interest rate to 1% at June meeting. Okay, so this is a very important news. If you look at the BOJ set potentially rising the interest rate. Okay, and that's very important because keep in mind that 3 instrument is considered as the safe haven. Okay, dollar index, JPY, and gold. They are considered as the safe haven. So in changing the JPY interest rate is definitely will have an influence in the market. We'll be discussing as US customer refines its tariff refund system who gets in a price, okay, we may not be able to look at it at the moment in detail. Okay, so here southern Lebanon town. So we looked at in our London session as well. So there are some evacuation news. I think dollar hovers around 2 months high as Iran-Israel truce and imbalance. So this one is for me an important news, because this is where everything is revolving, right? With the dollar, if dollar is going stronger, then we'll see that gold is bearish, and we can see that all trade will be looking at based on that. So we small business report reduced optimism. All right, so now let's go back to our chart here. Now guys, what you can see here in terms of the sentiment in the market. Now the market is driven by sentiment as well as the technical, okay? And we will be discussing in depth on that. However, for me, sentiment at the moment is, as we see, there is a strengthening in dollar index, right? Back to the dollar index, and you'll see that. Okay. Now, dollar index, if you look at that on the CPI coming up, we see that dollar index has, from the daily perspective, this is the move during the NFP, and we see that it's now on a pullback. So, dollar index coming to a very important key level here. Now, off this key level, the market might hear what I think the retest and a possibility for a reaction back above, depending on, of course, as I mentioned, that other factors such as geopolitical as well as the war. So if you look at the WTI, also having that down move. So that being said, gold on a pullback, right? But if you look at that pullback now, is also on the lower time frame on a pullback. So I'm bearish on gold overall in terms of the sentiment as well as with the fundamental. What's your bias? I'm bullish until 15 minutes says price still ranging between high and low. OPS start is New York 4 hours, also rejecting the 4-hour FBG. Okay, now very good, some point I'm looking at here. If you look at that so overall, in terms of, if you look at that, in terms of the current, you know, especially if we look at the war, okay, with the war here, and from what I see that, guys, and I don't see any slowdown in anything. So therefore, there is gold is still bearish here. Okay, bullish for me. Okay, thank you very much. I'm bullish, and I will only be bearish after we touch 4-hour 20 MA or there is some news. Okay, so 4-hour 20 MA, which is very, very possible, but okay, what we could see that the market for me, it will be a little surprising if we see that the market has a straight gone to the 4-hour 20 MA. Okay, let me tell you why. Because here there is a 10 and 20 EMA crossed over, right? Which is a very important if you look at the 10 and 20 EMA crossed over. And with this 10 and 20 EMA crossed over, that you can see the price is here respecting this 10 exponential moving averages. Okay. Now, if the market, always, how do I reason? Reason is very important. We'll be discussing on in terms of the trading psychology. Good evening, coach. All trades is still active. Yes, all trades is still active, is still on it. Thanks for asking. 4 OS from 20 MA, but I can definitely see it testing a lot of time left. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Pull back below before 4 hour 20 MA retest. Okay. So you see that quite a few, the market has just moved back below our entry. Look, for the retest of the 4 hour 20 EMA, we trade the probability. Keep in mind, guys, we don't trade the correctness. We don't trade being right. We trade the probability. So what is the probability of something to happen? That's what we trade, right? If you look at the probability here on XAUUSD, that you can see that the probability here is that, okay, this is the probability, and the market has moved from here. Now, for me, the probability to go to 4 hour 20 MA, then the probability for the market to come here is more than 50%. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna go there, but it can go, but the probability to come here is higher, as the market has already shown that there is a bearish bias here. Okay, so you can see the break. See that the price has reached to that level. It dropped to that entry level here. So I'm on a short trade here. Now, that's why in the London session, I said I expect to get there before tomorrow closing. Okay, if it don't make it to the 4 hour 20 MA, at least I see it going to 4 hour volume profile level. All right, so here is now, if you look at this zone here that you can see, it's a consolidation and on this lower time frame, and off that consolidation, The market has tested the both 10 and 20 EMA. Let's see where it is heading here at the moment. So my trade here, this is I was running, and also I have shared the same trade in the group. I've opened sell trade of this level as 4354.23 is the stop loss for this. Take profit target I set at 4315. And if you look at the daily here, that the market on the daily time frame is that overall the price already has shown that move initially. So 130 minutes, if you look at that, the candle close with a big red bear candle, I'm expecting a little drop, then looking to rebuy the deep in NY session to 4-hour 20 EMA level. I'm expecting a little deep drop, then looking to buy the deep in NY session 4-hour 20. Okay, so the market has just came below our entry, right? I'm running a little profit. I need to rethink with this trade. See that here. Okay, so we can see some pushback at this level. For our 20 minutes here, daily market at this level. We look at the market again here, maintaining a consolidation and also the breakout structure that you can see. I'd like to remain observant to see that what happened. Okay, here is the market has reached another key level, and off this key level we if we see that it's getting a rejection of this zone, this is still a high probability sell opportunity here. Okay, so you can see that if you look at this current 5 minutes candle closing back below with a long wick can create here again potential selling pressure. And if you look at this is a head and shoulder here, and off this head and shoulder, okay, so this is a trend line in this area, also there's a trend line here. Now with this head and shoulder formation here, the chances for this market to break still below is higher. So I'm on this one here, and yeah, so the 5 minutes candle close that you can see back to back two green vertical move of this support. Okay, so you can see this is a kind of shade has created, which is a kind of head and shoulder, but we have a little bit of wider stop loss. So my stop loss here 4354.23, and with this stop loss here that I'm looking forward to see the market to break below. All right, so that the profit target here I have taken, because I had a losing trade in the previous one, 217 pip. If it successfully drop, we are up on this. Now you can go for a long or you can go for a short, it's up to you. That's what I have taken. Okay, so gold is looking bearish now. All right, so yesterday daily candle show a liquidity gap to the upside. Thank you. 15 minutes bouncing off 9 EMA don't seem bearish to me. I think we are oversold from daily level. Pullback is so high probability. Okay. Look, I have traded the trend. That's the secret. Doesn't mean that you're gonna win all the trade. We have very high win rate in our robot aided scalping group. For those who are in that, probably you can see that high win rate means that very high win rate. But in trading, you sometimes need to let some trade, that going away. So with the lower time frame market structure here, you can see that it is breaking below of this structure. This is a break of structure, and then the market is trying to bounce off this level. Now the overall, what is my that the logic behind the trade that I have opened. Okay, I entirely depend on the market sentiment as well as the technical. So the overall market trend here that you can see bearish now, but here what you can see that series of higher low. Okay, and with this series of higher low that you can see in this market, with a series of higher low, it may try to push back, and that's why my stop loss little wider here is to see that if the market goes up, have enough zone here that I can look at. Now the market has gone to this zone here. You can see this is a narrow shade here with a multiple rejection. Okay, so this multiple rejection shows that the market might be here breaking that low potentially to the downside, and to see that where it potentially be heading back here in that market. Looking at DXY, okay, we've been bouncing. I think we are over. Okay, looking at DXY price action, I'm not selling gold. I understand what you mean. DXY. So DXY, okay, where the DXY is, I don't see a very strongly bearish on DXY. But you can see, guys, DXY, you see that this is a NFP move, okay, one single move, and the market has created two boxes. You can see that there's one here, and there's another one is here, right? And there is a fair value gap here, okay? Now, what kind of price action you can see on DXY? You can pay attention here, then you understand this. We see that this 1 hour candle has still 15 minutes to go, not closed, but can you see that how the market structure, the price action has formed on DXY on 1 hour? All those candle comparatively bigger, and then this 1 hour candle becoming comparatively smaller, though it's still 15 minutes to go, but we see that this candle is not creating a large red body, and this candle closing in a strong fair value gap, right? So if you look at the left here, what do you see? That green strong buying pressure here. So off this level, even DXY wants to come back here. It is a high possibility move again back for this trend here on DXY that you can see. You see that it left significant imbalance here in that market. The chances for a DXY to have another wave of bounce is higher, okay, for at least for short term here. So if DXY is having that bounce with this 1 hour candle close, it still can go down, but the probability for this hour, for the upcoming hour, there is a chance for gold to maintain another downtrending move here of this level. All right, so here is the break below. I'm going to drop to that 20 MA, and here that is trying to break this trend line again. So we'll see that how far it goes, and then we are looking at entry in this market. Adding, I mean that if we see that the prices stop. So looking at DXY, okay. Now 9 EMA is acting as a resistance. Better to wait to see which way it closes, okay. Okay, this is what you can see on that 7 on this level, and it's getting that reaction of this. Noted, thank you. Pretty long wick doji here that you can see of this level. Gold have been rejecting that 4343 zone level. Yeah, primarily we have seen the rejection. Now let's see that if the market is making its way back or it's gonna move up again for another bounce here. M9 EMA crossing above 20 EMA, short-term bullish momentum shift. Okay, here you mean that at this level. What time frame? 5 minutes. The 4 hour is downside, the 1 hour is yeah, so we can see some higher time frame shift, but trading still the overall the major trend here. Okay, mainly looking at the major trend in the market. Definitely wouldn't be short now. I'm looking for long setup. Okay, so let's see that. I think, you know, I have traded the trend, the rest I'm leaving it on the market. For those who are following this trade, make sure that you're not risking higher, and let's look at to see where it is heading. Thank you. In the meantime, if you haven't liked this stream, make sure you do so, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. Okay, so I'm in profit. I'm in little drawdown, and I think that we are little near the entry. Okay, near the entry we are at, and we saw that there is an initial break. Now here with this structure, the market has created two false breakout here. That means there's two-step liquidity growth grab. Okay, now if the market does that, okay, we see some kind of movement. All right, near to my entry, I had some drawdown, but I'm almost near to my entry now. Okay, I'm almost near to my entry. Let's see that how far it goes. Hope you guys enjoying. Make sure you like. Did you do that? And also follow along all the links below this video. Okay, that might something very important for you could be. I placed everything in this below this video for you to get access to the best trading education that you ever can find, that I'm using for myself. Take your profit and get out. Okay, now coach, any possibility swing trade? Okay, so for the swing trade, we will be looking at USD JPY WTI. Yes, of course, I do open sometime. More often I trade on shorter time frame. That if you look at on XAUUSD and as well as on gold, we see some rejection of this price action here. Okay, and okay, now if this market breaks below the support here, chances for us to be here. If goes up, there might be another retest, but I think the market in a very crucial level, guys. The market in a very crucial level, and this might create potentially. Do you think that it's gonna create an inverted head and shoulder and then go up? I think no. I think there is a rejection. Let's see. We'll see. Okay. Some trader might think of an inverted head and shoulder, which can happen, but for me, it is still high possibility downtrending move here in this market. Okay. Let's have some loud music. It's going straight up to at least 4376. 4344 level was rejected again. Yes. 4376. If it breaks out, that might go, but so far I'm still holding my position. I mean, sharing your ideas, but don't tell people what to do in the chat. Just for this confusion. Okay, I'm also holding. Let's see where it goes. I'm also long DEX at 24750. Please give your input. DEX. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to remain bullish on DEX. Though here some downside move, but the overall here there is a gap open and the market has shown this one as an uptrend. So that's gonna be potentially be upside here. Okay, going back to our gold analysis here now. There's a breakout. So there are some bounce here or at this level, and Very interesting market structure that you can see here. And all right, guys, here you can see the market after this strong liquidity sweep of this level. There is a multiple long wick candlestick pattern that you can see at this level. Now with this multiple long wick candlestick pattern, that we could see that the market to winning a new trade from this level down. Okay, I'm looking for a long on Microsoft. Okay, good luck. Now here is the first 5 minutes candle that you can see of this. There is an inverted head and shoulder that you can see has formed. Okay, now it is crucial to see how this 15 minutes candle is closing. Okay, the possibility here for this market to maintain its momentum is higher. The possibility here is higher for this price action to here to create its rejection in that area. So but lower time frame still shows an upside bias, but I'm trading the very higher time frame. If you look at the 5 minutes, again closing with another narrow candlestick pattern. And I think there is no high impact news coming later today in terms of the data release. So what's happening with the current sentiment? Okay. One is only unemployment claims at 6:15. Nothing burger. Yeah, basically tomorrow coming the biggest one for this week. All right, CPI after the NFP. And that's why I think the market on a pullback. If you look at that overall, look at the calendar here, what you can see here. Core CPI, CPI, and also the forecast, and then actual. So now this price action that you guys can see here, it is in a very crucial level here that you can see. This is on a trend line, and with this movement, okay, if you look at that 50 minutes candle close with a doji, okay, now it has created a head and shoulder pattern at this level, and that could break here. Okay, if it breaks here, we are on a good move. We might be able to take here in this market. Now the market structure shows here there is a multiple liquidity sweep around this area, could bring that market low in this zone. See that one. We are almost near at entry again. Okay, running profit. Okay, good job, good job. I am also entering into the. I've just entered into the profit zone. Okay, running some profit. I would like to take this potential move. If you look at here, this is the lower time frame trend. Okay, now if the I have entered into the profit zone as well. If the market drops down to our move, it's gonna be really good move here. It might the probability, as I mentioned, I have traded the bigger trend. There's a head and shoulder, and the market might be here showing its potential bias here. Let's look at here the 30 minutes price action. Look at that 15 minutes. It's important to look at that overall, the market trend, where it is heading. Now it's approaching the fair value gap now here in that area. It might entirely break below of this fair value gap. This is a move, guys. This is a move happening now, and I'm waiting for that to happen fully. And if the market breaks below here, there might be a breakup trend line, and that breakup trend line can bring our the market directly at our profit level. And I'm waiting to see that to happen. Let's see that. Well, in the meantime, make sure you're not doubling up the risk, because the market, you see that in the past few times, it just rejected of this. And running in here, some profit running, absolutely. And bearish bias. Bearish bias started. If you're running this trade with me, say yes if you're running. If it breaks below here, if you look at the daily, the market now approaching the daily low, it is possible for the market to come back to the support test. Okay, and if you look at this 30-minute candlestick pattern, this is a complex structure that you can see has created. Hello, I'm blessed. I might complete exit. Okay, thank you very much. We are seeing that off this level, the market slowly building its momentum here, and here the market now slowly breaking above of this level. Now with this movement, it has come back below our entry, and maybe I'll join a trade. Okay, so the current 5 minutes price action that you can see of this, which is also shows that potential drop here. Thank you. Shows that bias of this level, and getting a pullback. Now this is crucial to see where, if it is a valid breakout and the market is again starting a downtrend, we might see that the market to come back here to entirely to this support level. I heard stop down break even. Okay. I'm still holding for this move, and there is a potential for a continuation here back below. You're seeing that move. Okay, I'm running in. Here is the move. You guys can see. All right, so this time it's moving in that direction, so I'm holding on to that trade here. Alrighty, so here's the look that you can see. Okay, of this, if you look at multiple rejection from this higher price that you can see, of this multiple rejection, the market is slowly breaking that zone, which is, if you look at that here, it's breaking out of the trend line that you can see. And that breakout that you can see, this is 30 minutes bearish engulfer. Multiple in the market reacted to that level. The chances for this price action now to break below here further is higher. And with this break of this multiple times here, we could see the price action to eventually maintain its bearish momentum here in that area. It's breaking that low, and we could see that continuation of that movement that you can see from here with a long wick multiple rejection. I'm looking forward to see that. I'm running in profit. Let me know, guys, if you're running profit here. Say yes if you're running profit. Running profit. And that is cool move. Just below the support. If you look at that, this is, if you look at the 30 minutes closed and potentially be a pullback. We have seen that there is a large breakout that you can see of this, and Okay, it's on this support here. Multiple rejection can create a potential move here in this market. Thank you. And here is guys, I'm running in some pip here, but would like to wait for the full move here, and I'm waiting for that. If you look at the 1 hour here, 1 hour market, it's a pretty one single break below, and $4315 is my profit target. 4315, yeah. Okay, if successfully move back below here, we are at 4315, below this level here that we are looking at in this market. Thank you very much. NY session officially open. Yes, I'm in New York state of mind. Okay. So here is, if you look at the market has moved to this another area of value, but I'm still holding because for me it's still in an overall downtrend, and the market still can continue to drop if the price action slowly break that low here in that area. Bounce of Asian session opening. Yeah, because if you look at the overall market trend here is still maintaining the downtrend here. We saw that the market has dropped to the support, but usually when you see the breakup structure like that in a long-term trending market, you can expect to break the nearest low here, which is here, or even breaking here. So depending on also the lower time frame price action here to see where it is heading. Thank you very much. Bounce of the Asian session opening. Thank you. For 315 till TP1. Now this trade I have only one profit target, because here with this one I have taken to around 205 pip to 210 pip profit target, and this is what I'm looking at here for this trade to come back to the full profit target. Let's see that if the market breaks for one more time, if this is, if this is a breakup structure and going back again, that's one story, but there is a strong selling pressure that might bring that price back to this support area here, guys. I'm still on the sideline waiting, no directional bias now. It's all around 15 minutes VWAP. Okay, I'm still on this. Yeah, it is a good idea. Okay, always be patient, don't rush on a trade. Okay, it's the best way you can develop trading habit. Though I in my trading journey, I remember that I had all kinds of trading mistake that I made. Okay, there was a time where I opened in a row 10 positions, right, and all of them running in different directions. So it's a part of trading, but the more you will be able to that practice the trading psychology, the better you're gonna become. I'm still on the sideline waiting, no directional bias now, so okay. So if we see that the market has if you look at that lower time frame, shows bias bearish. If this support breaks, here is a complete fair value gap. Okay, because it's a fair value gap, chances for this market to return down is higher. Right? It's a fair value gap, and could be that the market is coming down below here for another wave of drop. Think of 50%. Okay, that's cool. Thank you. Taking profit 50%. I'm still fully running because I had a previous one losing trade, so I'll be running the full one here, which is important to look at. It shows potential bearish sign. We see some kind of bearish movement that in that area. So with the liquidity sweep of this resistance line that you can see, the market may here can continue to drop. Thank you very much for sharing. Here if we look at that okay, here is what we look at. Patience is virtue. Absolutely is one of the greatest virtue. Taking profit, 50%. Play some music. Now looking for short. Yeah, the market in a crucial level, let's say that. Yeah, patience is a great virtue, because you know the very interesting fact is that many people can work, right? And if you look at the working habit, that you'll see that 80% people or 90% people can work. But if you tell someone to sit down without any work, you might find barely 5% people can do that, or even less than that. It's interesting fact, right? So okay, here we can see off this level the market is pushing here back. That's the thing that you can see, the market is now trying to push back here from this support. It dropped a lot, that you can see almost 106 pip, and now it's trying to push back again. So another 4 hour here. Now the market on the, you see there is a 4 hour candle close coming, which is also showing that from the 10 EMA the market is rejecting of this level. So it's in a crucial level, but the rejection is very interesting. Was expecting continuation of this downtrend. Why my small analysis level today, market is gonna range for long. Let's approach that entry area that you can see off this level. and get out. So here is slow to see that where the market is heading. Okay, one single move. It has gained momentum now. Just before the candle close, it bounced off and I'll be okay with that because this market has dropped significantly back below. Had a okay, we might see in fact the 4-hour 20 EMA retest and it bounced off that. Okay, where it is trying to move up, let's see that where it's a complete break of the structure. If you look at that, this you can see that, and I think that move might reverse again. This is a very unusual move that you guys can see, and I'm ready for further entry. You know, you just cross the daily resistance level, right? So you can see the market has crossed that daily resistance level that you can see of this, and because the market has crossed that daily resistance level, so this is the 1 minute, the large pin bar. Okay, now the price has just crossed the daily resistance. Here the chances for look at this, another 200 pip. This is entire liquidity sweep, guys. This is complete break of the structure. I would say that this is now creating a new trading opportunity. I'm ready for another entry. Are you guys ready? With the risk manager. And you see, this is a very unusual move. That might be if you look at the daily, and I would like to now you see the market has entirely dropped back down to the daily low. It potentially might be preparing for a bigger move. Okay, so we have seen the market has reached a zone where you could see that entire break below possible of this. Now risk management is where everything works out. Thank you. Okay, here I will be looking to enter a position. Now this is a very unusual move, so I would like to take this move here. If you look at this market here, okay, I will keep my stop loss above this high, and that's the entire move. So what I'm going to do, guys, here is that I will take a very short move here. Okay, I will increase my risk a little bit here for I will target here 140 pip, and I will increase my risk a little bit higher to maintain that trade. And here I'm putting my stop loss above this high 4364 4364.01, and I will be taking this trade out with 4323.09. It's gonna be little higher risky trade, but it's a high probability setup. Okay, I increase my risk a little bit, and so I have here opened another trade of this, and if you look at that overall, this is gonna be, we saw that there was a very strong breakout of this. Now I'm selling here very short period for nearly to 100 pip for this move, because the market had, you see that from this is a very long week candle, and once this candle close, because there is such a large reaction of this level, we can expect some slide down here, and I'm trying to trade that down move here on this market. Okay, so if you look at this is the 30 minutes candlestick pattern. All right, I'm on it. It's coming down, and I'm on it. All right, I have few trade has gone the other way, but this one successfully drops. It is entire breakup structure that you can see of this level. Okay, come to its move. Is there any essential tweet has come? Okay, so there's a volatility. Talks on a deal to prevent Iran from possessing nuclear weapons have yielded positive results. White House official to Al Arabiya. Okay, so there is a if you look at gold, as we discussed, that gold is bearish with this war situation. So there is a positive result has yielded on the talks about the nuclear weapons. So that means that it says that White House has agreed, or officials mentioned that there has been a positive results of preventing them from having a nuclear weapon, which is a very important milestone in terms of, you know, if I look at the market. Okay, so if you look at the current market here, gold is bearish, and because there is a positive news, and I think that's gonna potentially to push DXY on a spike. So you can see DXY is slowly breaking to the upside. Now if you look at the DXY 1 hour price action, as we discussed, that the market quite a few hours pull back and it's now pushing here back above. So with that movement on DXY, we can see that gold is having that downside. And let me know if you are running this trade with me for this move, the second one. Let me know in the live chat if you are on this. Thank you. Clearly a Monday high liquidity sweep and 4 hour structural previous support now on a resistance. Yes, we can see that now. The way the market, okay, so how many of you running? Say yes if you are running. I would like to see how many members running this trade here. All right. Now, if you look at, this is a complete breakup structure from the top. So after this kind of rejection, you can expect deeper correction. Therefore, we are on that move. Okay, so say yes or why. How many of you running this trade? Still, I don't see a true downtrend, and I can see going back up. So I will stay out. Okay. All right. There might be some pullback, but you know, I want to take the initial move. That's why you see that my profit target is not very long, because there is a significant rejection from a very higher move and from a liquidity zone. So we are looking to see that slide. You see that where my profit target is, because with this kind of close, because there is a very sharp rejection from a very higher price, we could see some slip back in the direction of the major flow, and we are trading that slip. Okay, we are trading that move that is currently potentially to show its directional bias. So you can see it's a big large head and shoulder. Yes, so this is a move. What I did here, guys, I increased my lot size, but I keep my profit target comparatively smaller, so it will almost nearly to give me the double pip with this drop here, and that's what we are looking at here. All right, so the candle close, and I'm still on the trade. Okay, I'm going out with the trade now, exiting the entry. I'm exiting the entry. The market might now to push back. So this is a potential recovery trade for our previous one, so which is not fully but partially. So here is bringing the confidence back so that you can take the next one up. Here is the pretty long wick doji, and I have closed this trade, taken the profit that you can see. Manipulation before the news. Okay, so taken profit. It may, you know what it could do now, it might go up for pullback. Okay, and it may not go the entirely high. We might see partial pullback and could come back down. However, the market most likely be preparing for, you know, a long reversal, which could happen. And I am out also. Thank you very much. Okay. In my experience, I will be looking for half swing trade, downtrend by tomorrow if present, having patience for weekly cycle. For price action, yes, that's what we need, guys. Patience, and it's very important to look at. You know, especially it's not about the winning trade; it's about the losing trade. Keep in mind that. Okay, it's not about how you handle the winning. It's about how you handle the losing trade, and that's make a big difference of as a trader. So we see that there is at the entirely a break above and then break below. Now it will not be surprised to see that the market again has gone back to the upside here, to the resistance line. Now it's a matter of observation at the moment, okay, for the next move in this market. And as you know that I'm trading every single day, twice, not only once, in this live session on this channel. And if you haven't subscribed to that, you can do so. Press the notification bell so you are not missing. Currently the premium group is open for limited numbers, so you can access by using the link in the description of this video. And thank you for joining. I'm almost nearing to the end of this session. We have one successful trade, one unsuccessful trade, nearly to break even, and that's okay. It's a part of trading, and we'll be looking to enter later today more positions to bring that at level and then to go back to the profit area for this week as well. After this stunning past week, this week as well, I'm looking to see more high probability entry. Thanks for joining here, traders, and I will see you again very soon. We see the market now started to it might change some direction. We might see head and shoulder and then drop. If I see that further entry opportunity, also I'm going to share in the group any trade. We'll see you again very soon. Until that, stay well, stay happy.